What's going on, guys? Welcome back to TB Electric. Today we're doing a how-to bleed guide for your Formula E-Moto brakes. So as you can see on Reed's bike here, we got the Formulas. We love these brakes. We sell a ton of them because you guys love them too, especially you guys for wheelies are getting these on your rear brake. But we're gonna show you guys how to bleed it. So we're gonna go through the easiest process that we have found to do this, and we're just gonna walk you right through it. So let's start with what you guys are gonna need. First off, you're gonna need the Formula E-Moto bleed kit. We'll have this linked in the video description. It's super inexpensive. It just includes these 2 syringes. It's gonna be a really easy process. I would get yourself some rubber gloves. This dot fluid is corrosive. It's not good to have on your hands and fingers. It can burn and it's just not great. So we don't want any of this on our hands. Now you're gonna need some dot fluid. We also sell this. I have a big shot bottle here, but we sell it in the smaller increments. Rubbing alcohol is also important. This is, again, to clean off your components when you get brake fluid on them, which you will. I promise you, you're gonna get some brake fluid around, and this helps clean it off so it doesn't actually corrode your parts. We also have an empty water bottle here to put old fluid in, and we can just cap it off and get rid of it. Okay, here's our tools. We're gonna need a 5mm Allen so that we can remove our caliper from our fork, 3mm so we can remove our brake pads from the caliper. A T10 is gonna open up, a Torx T10 is gonna open up the bleed port on the lower caliper, and a T15 is gonna open up the top reservoir up on our lever so we can work up there. Then you're gonna need a 10mm either, or 8mm either socket or open end wrench to adjust our lever position because we wanna get that top reservoir flat. We're gonna start by removing our caliper and our brake pads from it. So we're gonna take our 3mm and our 5mm, come on down to our brake. So down here, you should have 5mm bolts, but you know, there's a chance you don't. Ours were already loose because we were practicing the perfect bleed so we could show you guys. Not afraid to say that. There we go, pull those bad boys out. And the reason you want to take your caliper off is because you don't want to get brake fluid on your rotor. That is going to be really bad. It's just going to contaminate that. Okay, next off we have our 3mm Allen screw to pull this off. We also have a C-clip on this side. So let me just get a little flathead screwdriver and we'll just pop that off and we can pull our pin out. So we're just going to pop this little C-clip off. See if it'll come off. Boom. You don't want to lose that. It's really small. Pull our pin out, and you can pull your pads right out. Now this is a great opportunity to inspect your brake pads and see how much life left they have. These are getting pretty close to being worn out. A good indicator is if it's sitting on those little metal tabs, how much pad is actually sticking up past the pad. Now we've got a little bit left, so we're gonna leave these, but just take note, you know, of how long they're gonna last in the future. Set those aside. Now we have our caliper here with all of our pistons. We kind of need to fill this space up so that we can bleed, otherwise it's just gonna push our pistons out. Your best case scenario is to use a bleed block like this one, and we don't know if this is gonna fit or not, but we're gonna try it. And yeah, that's gonna be almost perfect. So we're pushing all these pistons in just with a flathead screwdriver, and now this little bleed block we found will go right in there. It should, yep, perfect. And the cool thing is it has a little screw hole, so we can actually put our pin back in, thread it in, and now that bleed block isn't going anywhere. As we move this around, it's going to fill the whole space. Now you could find something else to do this with. You can jam something in there. It's got to be pretty stiff, otherwise it's not going to work properly. Okay, now we're all set up there. Let's get our syringe filled up. So here we got our brake fluid. We've got our syringe. We're going to want one with this fitting attached to hook onto the caliper at the bottom. We're going to want one with just the hose on there, open end. This is going to be the top. We're going to leave this syringe empty. We're going to fill this one all the way up. Well, like as far as you want to go, past 20mm. Past 20 milliliters, right?
Yeah, I think it is milliliters.
Not millimeters, milliliters. Okay, perfect. So we are all the way full there. I'm just going to set this there for a second. I'm going to take a towel down there with me to the caliper. Don't worry about this for now. Take this down here. Now this job, I will say, is easier with 2 people for sure. Now we're going to take our T10. This is your bleed port right here. You want to hold it vertical like this. I kind of angle it even a little so I'm still have less risk of getting fluid to where the pads and the pistons go. You'll notice it's going to start spilling out. Okay, so we're dripping through my hand onto that little towel down there. That's okay. We're going to set our bleed screw down, and we're going to thread in this. Now this is where I said I promise you're going to get fluid everywhere. It just is what it is. Just be ready to clean it up and have some rubbing alcohol. Just thread this in very gently. Get it as tight as you can go. Okay, now we're just going to set this however we can down here, and it's just going to be ready for in a second. Now we got to go up to the top. Now we want to get this reservoir as level as we can get it. So we're going to loosen this 8mm, rotate that up, and we want to make sure that's level. So wherever you got to move it is good. Tighten that back up. Now we're going to open up our reservoir. Torx T15 up here. Just loosen these. You don't necessarily have to pull the bolts out. Just loosen them all the way up. Perfect. Now we can lift this off. It's going to have a rubber grommet on it that sticks down. So we'll pull this to the side and we'll set it on a paper towel. Okay. Now you'll notice our reservoir up here is really full. What we're going to be doing is pushing fluid from the bottom, that bottom syringe, all the way up through the system and into here. And so what we need to do to prepare for more fluid coming is suck this fluid out. So we're going to suck it out, but we're not going to go all the way to the bottom because we don't want to let air bubbles into our line. So we're just going to be very slow and gentle here. Go all the way down. Probably go to about right there. That's a great start. Now I have room for more fluid. I sucked out quite a bit, as you guys can see. We'll just set that aside for a second. We're going to continue to do this while we push fluid up. And you can just take turns. You can go push fluid up, come suck it out. Push fluid up, suck it out. Or if you have two people, you can do it at the same time. You just don't ever want to have this run dry or you're going to be in trouble. You got to keep that coming up. Now the other thing I'm going to mention here is our wiring. You might notice that this is higher than where it mounts right here. And so air bubbles could get trapped right there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this little clamp that's holding it to the other brake line. And I'm just going to try to gently pull this down, maybe put it in front of your brake. Okay, and now we don't have that high spot. So our air is going to come up, it's going to come up and out. Now the other thing you can do while you're doing this process is you can just tap this line with a tool or your finger or something, and that helps dislodge all the air bubbles, have them flow to the top. Okay, let's start our process, let's see how it goes. Okay, we're back down at the bottom. We're going to just slowly push some fluid. And you don't want to go too far, you got to be watching that top reservoir.
You got room.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah.
Is some bubbles coming?
Yep. Yep. Keep going.
Okay, we're getting some nice bubbles out the top there.
Okay, go ahead and stop.
Okay, we're going to stop. Okay, we're going to suck some more out the top. We got some good air bubbles out of there. Perfect, we're sucked a lot out of there. See, we've removed that much fluid from our whole system so far. So you'll notice my fluid looks really clean. Now, this is because we bled this brake in preparation for this video, but if you have a well-used brake, this fluid is going to be significantly darker than it is right now. So you'll literally see dark fluid coming up through your system and up through this syringe, which is great. That's why you want to replace it.
And then pump the lever to see how it feels. Okay.
Oh, we're dripping. Did it just go all the way up? What the heck?
Whoa.
I didn't even push very much. Is it full?
It looks like it shot out. No.
Oh, did I push too fast?
Maybe, yeah.
Dang, it's all covered. I don't like that. So we had this spurt out a little bit, and you see we got brake fluid all over here, which is definitely why you gotta have some rubbing alcohol to clean it up. So I'm just gonna suck a little bit out of there, and we're fairly full, but not all the way full, and we're gonna go ahead, because I kind of stopped seeing bubbles come up, so we're gonna go ahead and clean our lip off here, put our reservoir cap back on, and we're gonna do a few more things with our bottom syringe. I don't know that you can really pull it much with this open,
Well, no,
can you?
would need the bottom closed too. I just wanted to
there?
No, keep going. Probably there. I'll call that good.
Okay, before I do anything else, I gotta clean all this oil off or it's gonna corrode my parts. Alcohol's not gonna hurt anything, and it just kind of fixes your oil issue here. Now that our top system is closed, we're just gonna do a little bit of a push and a pull. So we're gonna push with this syringe. It's not gonna let you go too far. And then we're just gonna pull back up. And hopefully, yeah, you're gonna see some bubbles. So those can be sometimes trapped down in the caliper side. Push fluid back down in. Suck it back up. Nice. Push it back down in. Suck it back up. And you should basically start to where you don't get any bubbles. So see, we're pushing and pulling, we're getting basically nothing. There's one. Wiggle this around a little bit. Push down again. Okay, we're gonna call that good. So now what we're gonna do is just push just a little bit, just gently. We don't like, that's about as far as it'll push. I'm just gonna pull a little bit and just push. We're gonna call that good. Now that's gonna put some pressure on the system, which means when we pull this off, it's gonna spew some oil out, and that's normal. So just be aware of that. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this. We're gonna get ready to quickly put that back on. Okay, perfect. We got some oil coming out. I dropped the screw, amateur hour. There we go, put that back in. But that amount of fluid loss is really normal because we had pressurized the system. Now let's get some rubbing alcohol on this, and then we're gonna feel our brake. Douse the whole thing in that. Okay, we're gonna feel our lever right now. This bleed block basically acts like you got pads and a rotor. It might feel slightly different when you actually get it mounted, but this is just a nice little quick test. See how she's feeling? Oh wow, that's a nice lever pull. Like compare it to the rear here, we're moving about exactly the same on there. That feels really good. Nice. So now you would just remove your bleed block, put your pads back in, and then put her back on your rotor, and you want to just make sure, again, you got no oil on anything. Wipe your wheel off, make sure your rotor's clean. It's a great time to use some rubbing alcohol even on your rotor and stuff and clean that off, or some brake cleaner, and then you should be good to go. Now, if your brake in this situation does not feel good, you can repeat the whole process, and it's just going to allow more air to come out. It's going to do the whole system again. And you can also push more fluid up than we did if you want. You can refill your syringe, push it up again, all that kind of stuff. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope that you found this video helpful. If you're interested in some formula brakes for your E-Moto, check them out at TB Electric, and you guys can use discount code TELARIBOYS to save yourself some money. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next video. See ya.